Universe. We used to say that on Junior Duels. It's like literally the center. I don't know how they figure that out, but
There's a thing out there that's center of the universe. Okay, I'm gonna count you in. Oh yeah, I'm gonna count you in. Hang on.
we're live, dude.
Oh, live.
All right, here we go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, from the center of the universe, beautiful Tulsa, Oklahoma, I'm David Maricatani, alongside Jeremy Rooks, and the People's Champ, the Fargo Champ, the Illinois Commit, my guy Turner Ross from Edmond North. So we're going to be doing reviews and previews for you guys each round. And Turner, I was talking to you this morning. Give me just a couple matchups that you're really excited about, just in this 9 o'clock session, because we'll come back at that 11 o'clock session.
Yeah, for sure, Dave. Casey Swiderski versus Jackson Joy at 149 in the Cornell Oklahoma State duel is a really fun one to watch. Swiderski's hard-nosed and Jackson Joy's so long, so that'll be a fun match. Ferrari versus Sinclair, Coy Biskins versus Caleb Rachi, and then Braden Scholes versus Matt Bianchi. Those are my top four matches.
So let's talk a little bit about that Sinclair match with Ferrari, right? Like, hopefully it happens. You never know. Like, if the duel gets out of hand one way or the other, maybe they don't wrestle. But you had the swag against the funk. Isn't that how you had it?
Yeah, the swag against the funk.
So, Jeremy, we're talking about, obviously you're an OSU fan, and we'll talk about them. They are favored heavily against Cornell. They probably would be with or without Cornell not having a full lineup. That Jackson Joy match, but also what about Facundo and Simon Ruiz? What do you think about that one?
I think it'll be an interesting matchup for sure. And I think the Punk's got to come out and set a tone in this first duel. I think they got to go be dominant. I think that's certainly a match to watch. But just top to bottom, they got to go be dominant in this first round. Really set the tone. Does David have his kids ready to wrestle and ready to go?
Well, and people need to understand this, that the true freshmen have 5, and it's not dates, okay? It's 5 events. So this tournament counts as one event, one of the 5. So they can wrestle both days. So, we think Ladarian Lockett's starting, we think Sergio Vega's starting, we think Landon Robidoux starting, and they probably are, but they have not used their eligibility yet. Okay, we're just talking about one team. All these guys got true freshmen here. Iowa brought Leo DeLuca. Turner's a lightweight. We were talking about the excitement of maybe him getting a bump into somebody. NC State is at the hotel we're staying at. We saw, a bunch of their guys cutting weight last night. So, dual meet-wise, though, it's the top half of the bracket. Okay, it's the Iowa bracket and then on down. So, you guys can watch all this. It's National Duels Invitational. Flo's got all the matchups on everything, all the first round matchups they're hoping to see, and then we'll come back. It just depends on how long this first round takes, but hopefully it only takes about an hour and 40 minutes, and then we'll be able to jump back on, kind of give you a summary of things. But I was with Thomas from the Low Single podcast last night, and this dude loves his orange and black as much as you do.
That's right.
He said it's going to be 60-0 each round.
O-State wins them all, every round.
By
fall.
That's crazy.
6-0. Yeah.
I'll tell you what Turner wants. I shouldn't speak for him, but he wants Illinois to win and Iowa win. And then he's going to have the breakdown on how Illinois can get five of those matches.
Illinois and Iowa, don't sleep on Illinois. It's going to be a good duel.
It's going to be a good one.
And Scholes and Bianchi is a really good match. I was on the plane with the Illinois guys yesterday. They were super loose. I think Cannon Webster was maybe a year away last year. When you have a national champion in your room, and you were on that recruiting visit, obviously, but when I have to assume that part of your commitment was a guy can win here. It has to be part of it, right, T?
Yeah.
And so he's a great leader. The kid works really hard, good student, all that kind of thing. That's the kind of guy you want leading from the front. I'm obviously going to be watching a bunch of the kids that have wrestled at Border Brawl here, so shout out Josh Saunders and those guys. We'll name more of them as we go through. But listen, I run events. Ton of respect for Matt Serber and his crew, Chad Richardson and Paycom for being the sponsor, putting up the money. I was able to be on that press conference earlier in the week. For anybody that wants to criticize it, you certainly have your right to do that, but at least they're trying.
Yeah.
And it's first rate. You walk in here, It looks a lot like the Big 12 when we were here, right?
Yeah.
Same mats,
Yep.
setups. I mean, they got
Very nice.
Just got the Big Ten fire this time.
yeah. Well, I mean, that's like, when's the last time you saw Minnesota in here? Like Iowa's working out behind us, right? Like that's kind of crazy. Like I walked by in some Iowa, and I'm like, they're not in the Big 12, you know. And I'm like, wait a minute, we're not at the Big 12. It's like it's November. We got to walk it back 4 months.
Yep.
So people
Was that
love
March 23 was the last time everybody was here in Tulsa for the
March
for the-
7 weekend. March 23, you were passed out on the ground in Philadelphia.
Oh, that's right.
Like, so for folks that don't know, Jeremy loves Oklahoma State a little bit, not too much, but for about 6 weeks, he told everybody that Wyatt Hendrickson was winning nationals. All of us told him.
He did.
All of us told him he was crazy.
Biggest
And then-
upset ever.
Yes, and he was with me on the floor when it happened. So I turned around to like hug him. This man was on the ground. Like I thought for a second, like literally we're gonna have. I'm like, this is not good. We don't need to have an urgent care moment.
That was awesome.
It was great. So we appreciate you guys. We'll be back hopefully around 10:45ish.
Yep.
So enjoy the wrestling. All these matches are on Flow. And another great announcement: the finals got bumped from ESPNU to ESPN2.
Nice.
That means that ESPN is taking this more seriously.
Yep.
It's great. You can watch this, then jump over and watch the. You can still catch most of the first quarter of that Sunday night football game. But watch this. Support wrestling. Support the national duels. Support Flow. Support all these people that are trying to make wrestling happen. Talk to you guys later. Good.
Yep. Cool.